Hello and welcome to another episode in this video series where we're checking out submissions to the DungeonCrawler GameJam of 2026. And this time we will have a look into Click-o-Calypse by Local Minimum, who's also one of the organizers, Polymonic, Slippers and xymidaz. But before we have a look at the page and then dive into the game, here's a brief overview of this year's Game Jam. This year's DungeonCrawler GameJam has been completely organized by the community, including donations for the prizes. The rules might look complicated but can be summarized very quickly. Essentially, the goal is to make a grid-based dungeon crawler with first-person perspective like Wizardry, Dungeon Master or Legend of Grimrock. And like these games, the game must have combat or a substitute, a way to win, to lose, and a character value like hit points, which can also be increased. While the game itself needs to be made within the 9 days of the jam, it is allowed to prepare and to reuse code and assets as well as using AI. You also got to pick and implement one of the 4 themes revealed at the start of the jam. In total, more than 75 valid entries have been submitted in the jam, freely available for everyone to try out. And the winners are determined by votes from the community. Purpose of my videos is solely to provide feedback and entertainment. And with that said, let's get back to today's game. Click-o-Calypse by Local Minimum, Polymonic, Slippers and xymidaz. Alright, so let's have a look at the description here. Important, please ensure you have downloaded the zip suffixed hotfix. This update fixed a critical bug that prevented the game from being completable. Alright, I did that because I think there's also no other download available anymore. Alright, so you find yourself in a hostile but beautiful world of robots that mean to mangle you. All you have is yourself and a helpful friendly voice in your head. And while you're happy to click away and turn metal into scrap, something about the world doesn't seem quite right. Yeah, hostile but beautiful world, screenshots look interesting. You are yourself responsible for awarding suitable amount of XP to yourself as you play. What? All music, voice recordings and poetry was done during the jam. We only did use 1 or 2 sound effects from other sources. The vast majority of the visuals graphics was done during the jam too. Some were modifications of prior assets, but I don't even want to think about how much original stuff was made during the jam. Requirements: GTX 750 as minimum, recommended GTX 950. Okay, it's interesting. I don't remember ever seeing minimum requirements for stated for a jam game. Alright, I'm meeting these. Tips and tricks. You don't have to read this section if you want to go in fresh and discover stuff for yourself. Okay, let's not look into this then. Then accessibility. If your wrist hurts easily from clicking, as long as you never click the XP button yourself, the game will give you auto clickers. You still have to manually click to unlock abilities though. Oh, so this is a clicker game. Alright, there is an entity and we really tried, but in sometimes it may disregard the grid and even walls before coming back to track. Movement, WSD and QE to turn. Okay, alternative. Okay, so it's good to have an alternative option here. Free look. Okay, right. Mouse and move. Okay, inventory I, gaining XP, left mouse click button. Mute music. Okay, and pause menus, escape. If you like the music, the original soundtrack that our musician put together is available. Okay, cool. Alright, so yeah. That's some of the game type I would not play normally, but very interested in seeing how it was implemented here. Let's have a brief look at the submission page here. A Click-o-Calypse, turn robots into nuts in this clicker dungeon crawler. Okay, here it's also mentioned clicker. The setting is retro-futuristic, there are also dragons of sorts, and late in the game comes a bit of cleaning up after the hero. Okay, and yeah, most stuff was made by the team, and yeah, like what was written on the page here already. So let's have a look into Click-o-Calypse by Local Minimum, Polymonic, Slippers and xymidaz. Let's go. And here we are in the game. So there is an options menu and we can set the audio, which I already reduced quite a bit. It's also nice that it doesn't start at 100%, but I think these were at 50% or something, and I reduced them further. Though it really gets, yeah, I'm basically adjusting 1 or 2 clicks over here, and it's also not saving. But still, it's nice to have an options menu there. And regarding the sound effects volume and the dialogue volume, we need to check in the game if I need to readjust that. So it's nice to have that. We also have lighting, and it's also nice to have that, but for now it looks just fine, and I will keep it that way. So, play. Choose your body type. Okay. Let's take the skeleton. All right.
Jet took a moment, standing still, taking in the view. A very beautiful view indeed. So Jet decided, just looking at this was worth a couple of XP.
Alright, cool. Okay, we have some voiceovers. Okay, once I hit escape, the music stops. It's a bit weird, but okay.
Jet was very stubborn, and they refused simple instructions, even when coming from a calm inner voice. No matter, stubbornness can also lead to experience, and so Jet discovered that they actually started gaining XP all the same.
Uh-huh. And we get XP. Uh-huh. So visually it looks very interesting.
Jet thought, this is life. Fighting was what they were meant for, and they could even keep exploring while at it. Gather up many enemies to have epic battles. That was what they were meant to do, at least as long as Jet kept an eye on their health.
Choose an item. We have some great soiled plastic pants, or we have an ordinary cardboard plasma baton. Let's take this then. I don't know it really quickly. With I we have the inventory here. And we have some soiled cardboard soiled cardboard pants. Okay, so we have hit points here. We get XP. We have, I don't know, boredom. Mental gymnastics. What's that? Smarts increases XP gained each click. Oh, not sure what this is supposed to mean. Do we need to click? I don't know. Increase XP gained each click. Maximum XP capacity. Adds an auto clicker to the XP button. Okay, now we have... so there are 2...
This standing still, relaxing and becoming smart by it. Well, it had seemed like a great plan at first. But isn't it a bit dull? Thought Jet. They were getting bored. They needed to explore, get into fights and live before they could gain much more XP.
Okay, so boredom is by so that you don't just go AFK. That's interesting. Okay. So, we have an enemy. I guess this is the auto battler. An auto battler fight. And we won, but we are almost dead. Soiled cardboard. Okay, we take this. Seems to be better then. So I can click on this, I guess. But it also, like, we would die the next fight, right? So we have hit points, but I'm not sure what... so maybe this way you can see that. We are almost toast, so I'm not sure, maybe we need to...
It was a strange looking oversized lamp standing there, but Jet was sure this was no lamp. Instead, this would heal them up good if they just stood there for a while. Wandering around and feeling the experience accumulate was all good and that, but Jet had a feeling they had forgotten something, as if they had been given a quest. And indeed they had. Collect 4 dragons, it said. Weird. This didn't seem the place to have dragons.
Collect 4 dragons? The weird thing though is I don't see where my XP is. It's XP per second, right? But where's my XP? And clicking on this, obviously, I mean, if this was giving 20 XP, this would be... So, increase XP. Ah, okay. No. XP gain. Why was it starting again from 0? I don't quite get that. Increase maximum XP. Because of that. We were at 20 XP and that was our maximum. Okay. So we need to increase the memory palace. This is basically our maximum level capacity thing. So the max level we need to increase every now and then. So okay. But now the issue is still that we do not have... Oh, do the enemies respawn? Buckley 500. So I guess we will die now. No, we will not. Okay, we can just skip that. Okay, as long as we are... Or let me just move myself here. 1 second. If I can. Like this. Okay, that's better. Alright. So, we are at max and we increase that again. And now, I mean, this doesn't seem to refresh. We will just go in here. And, okay. I don't get what the enemies are for. Are they just blocking my path? Do I get more hit points by level? Right now I don't...
Jet wasn't exactly Employee of the Month material. Everyone knew that, Jet included. But this was a new low even for them, splattered across the floor kind of low. But it wasn't like there was anyone else around to do the job. So Jet, you get another chance. Jet had already seen this beautiful view, had walked these marvelous halls, and so Jeff felt a bit more experienced already from the start, and they felt more in tune with the world. This time would be different. This standing still, relaxing and becoming smarter by it. Well, it had seemed like a great plan at first, but isn't it a bit dull? Thought Jet. They were getting bored. They needed to explore, get into fights and live before they could gain much more XP.
I still don't understand really what I'm doing here. Improves XP uptake. This is increasing this.
Ah, fights. Who doesn't love a good fight?
Oh. Okay. So I'm not sure why I don't have the other options now. Why I got them before and don't have them now.
It was a strange looking oversized lamp standing there, but Jet was sure this was no lamp. Instead, this would heal them up good if they just stood there for a while.
Mm-hmm. Now they're much easier. Is that intent? I think yeah. But let me restart the game because this is now a bit weird. Why are they like, I don't know if I then switch to easy mode in some way. So let me restart the game. Also, I don't remember. I don't think there were any sound effects, right? So there was the voice, but
Jet took a moment, standing still, taking in the view, a very beautiful view indeed. So Jet decided, just looking at this was worth a couple of XP.
Now we can move.
Jet was very stubborn, and they refused simple instructions, even when coming from a calm inner voice. No matter, stubbornness can also lead to experience, and so Jet discovered that they actually started gaining XP all the same.
Okay, now we get XP. And we have mental gymnastics for more XP, but now we are also at max. Okay, so we do not have the other options either here. Maybe boredom.
This standing still, relaxing and becoming smarter by it. Well, it had seemed like a great plan at first. But isn't it a bit dull? Thought Jet. They were getting bored. They needed to explore, get into fights and live before they could gain much more XP. Jet wasn't exactly employee of the month material.
And
everyone knew that, Jet included. But this was a new low even for them, splattered across the floor kind of low. But it wasn't like there was anyone else around to do the job. So
let
Jet,
me restart anyways.
Get another chance.
Yeah, now it's slowly becomes an issue that this is not saved. Maybe I should set it in Windows. Okay, let's try that again.
Jet took a moment, standing still, taking in the view, a very beautiful view indeed. So Jet decided, just looking at this was worth a couple of XP.
But it's interesting that we are not supposed to run into this enemy here. I mean, we cannot know that we will die
Jet was
by that enemy.
Very stubborn, and they refused simple instructions, even when coming from a calm inner voice. No matter, stubbornness can also lead to experience, and so Jet discovered that they actually started gaining XP all the same.
So while we are waiting, basically, let's talk about perspective, which is perfect. I can also show, it's shifted, but you can see the, maybe you cannot, but yeah, it's pretty much
this standing still, relaxing and becoming smarter by it. Well, it had seemed like a great plan at first, but isn't it a bit dull? Thought Jet. They were getting bored. They needed to explore, get into fights and live before they could gain much more XP.
Yeah, so we know that we survived this one.
This is life. Fighting was what they were meant for, and they could even keep exploring while at it. Gather up many enemies to have epic battles. That was what they were meant to do, at least as long as Jet kept an eye on their health.
We are losing, so skipping here. Maybe when it worked well, I was just lucky and found
Wandering
a good
around
item.
and feeling the experience accumulate was all good and that, but Jet had a feeling they had forgotten something, as if they had been given a quest. And indeed they had. Collect 4 dragons, it said. Weird. This didn't seem the place to have dragons.
Collect 4 dragons. So how do we get more of this if I take this? Ah, okay. So, okay, these can lead to more stuff. Okay. Increase maximum XP capacity. In each click. And multitasking, now we have 2 of them.
It was a strange looking oversized lamp standing there, but Jet was sure this was no lamp. Instead, this would heal them up good if they just stood there for a while.
I think there is... I don't know. Yeah, and the movement is also perfect. I'm just wondering, it might be that, but I'm not 100% sure if mouse clicking somehow interferes with movement. So let's increase that further. So we do not have a real level up. We do not know like the HP values here. I don't know what... I guess death is just subtracted from the damage, but no, I don't know. Let's take these. But now we do have enough damage to use the heal. Yeah, and... Okay. Death, yeah. But now we are almost dead already. Aggression. Improve weapon stats. Improve stats for worn things. Max health and carrying capacity. Okay. I should have taken Memory Palace first. Oh, okay. The issue I see at the moment is that... Or the main issue is that we... Yeah, it feels like the movement...
Now Jet thought themselves very smart. But it was quite obvious to everyone besides Jet that the healing station needed time to recharge. That he needed Jet to visit 2 other such stations before becoming active again. Unfortunately, Jet had not worked that out so far.
Health at gained healing stations. Okay. So yeah, my issue now is what I wanted to mention as main issue. I do not have any idea which enemies I'm supposed to kill now, because the one in front of us, right at the start, this also completely killed us. So fashion base defense when matching same modifier. Improves base for different material used. Ah, okay. I could increase max health. Weapon stats. Oh, and now we have more stuff. Poor weapons. Improves DPS. Aluminum damage. I mean, this is basically for free. Ah, and yeah, we got another enemy. So we need to... I mean, we saw that before, that we Oh. Okay.
Oh, not dragons. Dragons, the computer. Collect 4 dragon computers. That makes much more sense.
Does it? Auto clicker. Okay. So what do we have? This is just something. Improves for weapons. Improves DPS. Gained each click. Okay. Bore. Death dodge. We don't. This is a better sword, so let's take that. We don't have any overview, right? We can check our inventory, but we don't have any stats thing. So we are a bit blind. Poor weapons, fashions. Okay, we have boredom maxed. And yeah, we need to get through. No, no. And from that enemy I can't flee, right? Yeah. Nah, I moved one too far. I don't do any damage at all.
Jet wasn't exactly Employee of the Month material.
Okay.
Everyone knew that, Jet included. But this was a new low even for them. Splattered across the floor kind of low. But it wasn't like there was anyone else around to do the job. So Jet, you get another chance.
Okay,
Jet
we
had
were
already seen this beautiful view, had walked these marvelous halls, and so Jeff felt a bit more experienced, already from the start, and they felt more in tune with the world. This time would be different.
Okay, so this time we will just roll with that.
Ah, fights. Who doesn't love a good fight? It was a strange looking oversized lamp standing there, but Jet was sure this was no lamp. Instead, this would heal them up good if they just stood there for a while.
It's weird that that we started with an purple item, and then this was better, and this is also better than this. I don't quite get that. Dodge is 5. Okay, so this is better. Okay. So that's an evil enemy. So let's get to this.
Jet found the first dragon again. Very good of Jet to remember this.
Nice, okay, so it's having different dialogue options there. So a variety if we repeat that, which is cool. But, no. I mean, I'm supposed to click here.
This standing still, relaxing, and becoming smart by it. Well, it had seemed like a great plan at first. But isn't it a bit dull? Thought Jet. They were getting bored. They needed to explore, get into fights, and live before they could gain much more XP.
Aggression, this... Aluminium, plasma... I mean, this is basically nothing, 10 XP. I mean, I can kill them for grinding, but I mean, I want to go further. Max health, carrying capacity. Maybe we should also not use the healing before leveling up more. Nursing was this healing thing. Health gained. Yeah. Boredom. Defense when matching same modifier. Yeah, I'm not sure what modifier exactly means. Improves base defense per different material used. But this is all cardboard. So maybe that's also mentioned or meant with modifier. Increase max health. So okay, I guess we need to fight something to... Yeah, maybe we need to grind up with like lowest enemies to go further. We could basically stay here and just keep killing the 2 easy ones. So they are both worse. No, it is a bit misleading with the 0-0, so this is actually better. Okay. Yeah. And flip. Okay. So we have poor weapons, improved DPS, increased damage dealt. Yeah, so poor weapons, aluminum weapons, and plasma swords. Poor aluminum plasma sword DPS. So this is all 3, right? Okay. So we basically... Yeah, it's a bit weird. Sometimes I feel like I'm doing one more step than I actually did input, but I'm not 100% sure. So this is all cardboard. When matching same modifier, but unfortunately we don't see anything. So I think we would need like a character stat thing or something. But I don't think that there was any button mentioned. Let me just quickly check on the page again. No. There was the free look, but yeah. Okay. Adds another clicker. Mix and match. That was material difference. Plasma swords. Okay, so let's try this again. Okay, maybe the upgrade was good enough there. Okay, we are in the library. I will just take whatever here. This is red. Ah, there's another healing thing. This is red. This is red. This is red. More hit points, please. No, this is kind of orangey. This is red. Oh, this looks cool. So we do have 3 of them. Okay, so if I knew that, so now, okay. Now a laser DPS 2.7 is minus 13 because it's not upgraded yet, I guess. But yeah, it would be nice if we could see, like the sword is doing 7 DPS, this is doing but maybe because we didn't upgrade that yet. Yeah, let's skip that for now. I'm not sure if that would have been an upgrade or not. So this is also a red one. I mean, we do have full hit points now, and these are also refreshing. War. Why is this minus 12? Because this is cardboard, and we would need to train cardboard up. Okay. Bzzzt. I mean, this is kind of pointless, so let's not take that one. I need to try to fight the next type of enemy. But yeah, unfortunately I don't see like any indication of how strong the enemies are and how well I would do. And I mean, I can then just try and die, or I try to max out my character and only then move forward, which is also probably not the idea here. Improves defense all. Oh, what's that? Break free. You've had it with listening to that voice. Time to act. Oh, okay. Mix and match. Nursing. More healing. Though with 3 we are probably can heal up full anyways. So let's take the risk now. Okay. That was no problem at all. A hat. Let's take the hat. Soiled brass shirt. Okay, then we will lose the bonus. Oh, this was also brass pants. Okay, pants. So then we will upgrade. But we cannot upgrade. Cardboard clothes, soiled clothes, improves defense. Oh, not sure. We are full. That's a strong enemy. Okay. Oh, fancy cardboard shirt. Which is worse than, but it increases dodge. Let's skip that. Mix and match, because now I do have different stuff. Yeah, I think that's the main thing missing. I don't have any feeling for this aluminum pants. Any feeling for how strong I am. I think this is kind of a problem maybe for auto battlers in general, because I also don't really feel much of an impact. Like when I'm doing a hit, it's just running automatic there, and I also don't have like this. Like in this battle with the small weapon, I do this damage, and then with the next, I bought a new weapon, and then I do another combat against the same type of enemy, and I do more damage, and I don't. This is, I think, with this auto battling mechanism, though, because it's all running automatic or scrolling by, you don't have much of a feeling for that, even though maybe the information is there. But I think that's something in general, maybe. But But for the items we have, when we find a new sword, I'm not sure if that's now better or not. Yes, it's showing the stats, but it doesn't feel like they are making too much sense. Cardboard clothes. Why is this? Was this at 0? So okay. So we need. Let's just run into that. I'm not sure if by increasing this memory palace, I'm also stronger, or I'm just stronger because I have different items and then get the item bonuses. And how much this actually adds in total. Like, how much are the items contributing? How much are these things contributing? Now we are back in the... This is a different library, right? And there's
another dragon in the bag.
Okay, plastic clothes. Oh, soiled aluminium shoes. Let's go with these. Mix and match. I'm pretty sure I didn't input as much, so like how I was just moving there. And this as well. Just trying something now. No. Like if it was queuing up too many steps or something like that, but no. It does. Oh. Yeah, but now we have no issues with these. Okay. Royal aluminium gloves. I think I want... Ah, yeah, okay. So, what it does, it queues up too much. Yeah. So, it might even have an unlimited queue. So, if I just walk around here... So, no, I still didn't do anything. I think it should be limited to a queue of 2 or so, something like that. Otherwise, you basically overdo it and then do some accidental steps. Oops, that was... Oh! Interesting. I pressed M for some reason because I wanted to open a map, which of course doesn't exist, but this also completely resets, apparently, the volume. Okay. Resume. Okay, but unfortunately I also have 0 orientation at the moment, so let's go back to the start and then try to do it more systematically. And now, apparently, I don't need to evade anymore. So, I might already be strong enough to just kill everything. I'm not losing any hit points anymore. Yeah. Aluminum weapons. So, now we are back at start. And we will just stay at the... at the left side now. Plasma swords. Aluminum clothes. Obsidian clothes. Brass clothes. Poor weapons. Interesting that we have some more easy weapons here. So ordinary aluminum plasma baton. I mean, this should be poor aluminum. Maybe we just found something super good at the very... So now we have 11.8. So I will just upgrade this, or not upgrade this, replace it by this. Right? So we have 11.8. In theory, we should get worse. It doesn't say any value. Okay, maybe because we have some upgrade option here. Okay, maybe we do... Now, okay, it's showing 8.5. I will not take them now. Now I will increase the... No, this is ordinary weapons. Yeah. Now it's showing 12. Okay. Let's take this. Yeah, but we can only... No, this is also showing... Maybe it doesn't do any damn... I don't know. If like the DPS is only showing
Only one more to go. Jet was doing really good.
I'm not sure if the DPS showing there is actually the weapon DPS plus the bonus DPS, or just... Help us! Oh. Is that a secret? No, it's not. Goldie Raptor. Ordinary plasma. I mean, we are... Oh. Theodore. Chaotic card. Skip. And there's the last one. So what's written here? So soft, so soft, so soft. Be a good little canary. Into the mines you go, little bird. Help us! I will see you again. Prod me, pull me, take me, kill me. Okay. Alright, then...
Somehow Jet had found all 4 dragons. No one had really expected that. So now what? Sure, they were happier with 4 dragons than they were with no dragons. 4 is more than 1. But it seemed like there must have been a purpose to all this collecting.
I mean, I can do this break free, but...
Once again, of course, Jet was walking around aimlessly, hoping against all hope that something or someone would tell them what to do. So here, Jet, listen and try to remember this time. Dragons are dangerous things. We need you to go back to the entrance and dispose of them. Then the cartographers can safely enter and map out this place.
Dispose of dragons. Should we do that, or should we break free? Let's do
Jet
that.
felt really good about destroying dragons and following instructions. This was life. Nothing wrong with obeying and completing quests. Not at all. Jet had already seen this beautiful view, had walked these marvelous halls, and so Jet felt a bit more experienced. already from the start, and they felt more in tune with the world. This time would be different.
Okay.
Ah, fights. Who doesn't love a good fight?
So we will do that again, and now
It was a strange looking oversized lamp standing there, but Jet was sure this was no lamp. Instead, this would heal them up good if they just stood there for a while.
Okay. So it seems like you need to basically be lucky to be able to beat this enemy when you go out. And once you can do that, you can basically use these things infinitely. Memory palace. Multitasking.
This standing still, relaxing, and becoming smarter by it. Well, it had seemed like a great plan at first. But isn't it a bit dull? Thought Jet. They were getting bored. They needed to explore, get into fights, and live before they could gain much more XP.
Okay, brass. Aggression.
Jet found the first dragon again. Very good of Jet to remember this.
Appearance. So yeah, now we can just use these to heal up. Nursing. Don't even need that. What type of weapon do we have? Plasma baton. Let's take mix and match. Choose an item. Yeah, but still, why does it have this color if it's worse? So it's 3.55 and this is supposedly 3.8. Why is it minus 1.8? Maybe just because of the ordinary, but then this is not counting in the bonuses. Not sure. Maybe I should have just have taken it. 3.95. So we take this, which in theory is worse. Now it's not showing anything. Now it's showing a number. I don't get the logic of when it's showing anything. And this should be better, even though it's minus 0.8. I don't know. Okay, we should probably just increase the... Well, let's increase this as well. But these two things here... Maybe I should have read the hints on the page, but yeah. Ordinary plastic, plasma sword, 6.2, 8.5, brass plasma baton. Okay. But I think it was mentioning something in regards to spoiler, right? Tips and tricks, yeah. You don't have to read this. Maybe I did have to read this. So this apparently is a strong enemy, so we might want to like get some feeling whether or not we can actually, in theory, beat that. This one is now better. But this was, the previous was no problem, so let's try that. And theoretically, yeah, we could also just run back now. Also, what does the color mean then? Because this, the green is usually like the better, and this is the even better thing, but it does not seem to be that way. They are always worse.
Another dragon in the bag.
Okay. I mean, we can, in theory, already break free, but let's collect the 4 dragons. And I think by that time we also know that we should be good. We're both fine.
Only one more to go. Jet was doing really good.
This. No, we're not going for that yet. I don't remember where the last one was, but I guess it was in this direction. There it is.
Somehow Jet had found all 4 dragons. No one had really expected that. So now what? Sure, they were happier with 4 dragons than they were with no dragons. 4 is more than 1. But it seemed like there must have been a purpose to all this collecting. Once again, of course, Jet was walking around aimlessly, hoping against all hope that something or someone would tell them what to do. So here, Jet, listen and try to remember this time. Dragons are dangerous things. We need you to go back to the entrance and dispose of them. Then the cartographers can safely enter and map out this place.
No! Break free! Oh. Uh-huh.
Hello? Wait? Where did you go? Jet, what did you do?
Uh-huh. Alright. Oh, that's very dark. Okay, maybe this was where the graphics setting come in. Not really. Okay. I think that's fine.
I'm wary of those girls and boys and stubborn don't
Uh-huh.
play their toys. There's thought for the common work, everyone, the hopeless darkness to those messy kids. Yes, I see.
Was that supposed to happen?
Fixing, tidying, never done. But I don't do this just for fun. Everyone should run a tidy house, so listen here, little mouse. Where I cower out of fright, I come, 'cause it's right.
Okay, I'm not sure what, like, do we just need to go some? We also do not have any, like, the old interface anymore, so... This is where we are coming from. What's that? Do we need to click them? No. No idea. Now this is too dark to see anything. Very unreal, like. Okay. Let's just go there then. Oh. Okay, now we got a library here. I'm not sure what I'm doing here.
I'm wary of those girls and boys, and others who don't put away their toys. No thought for the common worker, every one of them a hopeless shirker. Those messy kids, here's what I say, it's time we put them all.
Uh-huh. Oh, a key. Okay.
Common worker, every one of them a hopeless shirker. Messy kids, here's what I say, it's time we put them all away.
And this is then the issue that you might have some commands queued up, and then you keep running against the wall because that was you already did some input there. No, so you had commands queued up, then you accidentally bump against the wall, and then you're basically stuck because it's still executing the commands, and you wonder why you can't move away.
I guard these halls against all. There's nothing here against my will. There's purpose here to every part, maintaining that's my sacred art. And though there's no one here to tell, I say aloud, I well.
Oh, another key.
These rooms and halls, I know by heart. Each nook and cranny, every part. From floor to ceiling, wall to wall, each door and tile, I know all.
But what for? I don't see any door we could use this key for.
The common work, everyone, and hopeless shirker. To those messy kids, yes, I say, it's time we put them all away.
Okay.
Ah! Never stops, there is no end. One might ask what it's all for, but keeping the light on is no chore. The work I do is not in vain. I keep the order. I fix them quick. I have them mended and dig. When something's missing, I run. Despair.
Another key?
And useless litter I put away that goes from you, I guard these halls against all ill. There's nothing here against my will. There's purpose in every part, maintaining and though there's no one.
Yeah, it would be nice if we had like A goal? I mean, I have 3 keys now, but what do I do with them?
I'm wary of those girls and boys and others. I'm wary of those girls and boys and others who don't put away their toys. No soul for the common
So we are back at the start. We are not allowed to bump into them, but on the other hand, maybe with the keys we need to bump into them and deactivate them or something. Is this a door maybe? No.
Here to tell I say aloud, I do well. These rooms are halls I know by heart. Each nook and cranny, every part. From floor to ceiling, wall to wall, each door and tile, I know them all. In this domain I'm in control, these rooms and halls, they are my soul. I'm wary of those girls and boys and others who don't put away their toys.
And not like I have much of orientation here. I mean, these are basically kind of rooms connected with some...
Yes.
Ah, okay, maybe we start over now. You died. And now we need to... Connection loss. Ah, okay, we get back. But I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I mean, each of them seems to collect to... Yeah. To protect one of these keys. Oh, I don't remember having found this one, so maybe I just need to find 4 keys and that's it. Wasn't there another key? Maybe not.
And though there's no one here to tell I guard these walls against all ill, there's nothing here. Every part
There's the second key again. Oh. He somehow vanished. So just to show what I mean. Ah no, that's the enemy.
I'm wary of those girls.
Just pause it away. Okay. Just want to show if I go type in left, 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 and then forward. Then first I have this. I'm basically stuck to the wall because the character is still bumping into the wall. It's not animated, this bumping into the wall, but it has some delay.
There is no end. One might ask what's it all for, but keep the light on is no cure.
And I think there was
Not in vain. I keep you ordered.
somewhere.
When things break down, I fix them. And then in a tick, when something's missing, I find the spare. You'll never know it wasn't there. And useless.
There are a lot of like very close corridors
There's nothing here against my
where you
will.
can't really.
There's
Oh,
hell,
yeah,
fear,
evade.
power. Maintaining that's my sacred art. And
So we
though
are
it's
back
no
at
one can
3
tell
keys.
what's allowed, well,
I don't know if it's just one enemy and it's porting around, or if there are multiple, because we have never seen 2 together. Might also be that they have their designated area.
I'm wary of those girls and boys now. The way that toy
I don't think.
work everyone to those messy kids. Yes, I feel them.
Ah, there's the fourth key.
I've never done, but I don't do it. It's just for fun. Everyone should
But now,
house careful mouse. Where are you, coward?
what do we know with 4 keys? What should we do?
When things break down, I fix them quick. I have them. I'm useless litter, I the way that goes for you. I got
Yeah, I think he was just ported there to follow me there. Now we are back at start. Maybe it's just too dark and I don't see where we need what the keys are for.
No thought for the
Oh.
common work.
Ah, 4 locks on the sides. Okay. And and now we became another flesh monster. Okay. Died by robot hands 1 dice days in robot world 3 times the monster got you 3. Alright, yeah. I think there's, I mean, the from the execution, like from the polish in itself, the engine worked well. I just would limit like the amount of things which are queued. I think it never makes sense to queue more than well, 1 additional step, maybe 2 additional steps. But it's yeah, more would be unnecessary. But I think in regards to gameplay, it was mostly an issue about information, like lack of information. And I just started a new game here, so I can talk with some music, and I reduced the volume of the dialogue to not be interrupted. But yeah, in regard of the information, communication from the game to the player is the issue of when we are getting items that we do not see in a good way, like what is better or not. It's very hard to grasp whether that's better than this or if it's just worse because we don't have the skills yet. But apparently we are starting with a better item now than we get. I mean, we don't have anything here, so that's fine. So with the individual items, we don't see or can't really see or have a feeling that if it's better or not. Then with these skills, it's the same. We don't see how much of an impact an upgrade would make. And then we don't have the total value of the character, and I think that would probably be, well, the first step basically to have just, I mean, all the values need to be there, right? To have like a second screen with how much is your damage, how much is your HP, how much is your defense and stuff. And then you would still have the issue that you don't know how strong these enemies are. And especially, I mean, this first enemy, now I just killed it, but you can die with running in this very first enemy, maybe because there is a healing pot right here, maybe if you know that the healing pot is there, you can just run through to the healing pot and then you get an additional bonus that you can get out of that situation. But yeah, even if you had your total stats and so on, you still wouldn't know if you were able to beat these enemies in these exclamation marks. So it's mostly a communication thing there, and also communication thing in the second part of the game, where the game doesn't really tell you what to do. You don't know. Maybe it was told in the voiceover, I don't know, but I didn't know that I didn't get that I need to collect these 4 keys, and I also didn't know what I should do with these 4 keys, and if there was 5 keys or something like that. So yeah, communication again. The voiceovers were a nice touch again. The music is nice. Regarding sound effects, I don't think, I mean, we had this option here for sound effects, but I don't think there had been any sound effects in the game, so yeah. I mean, for auto battler, it's kind of, do you want to have it like doing cling clang the whole time in the background? I don't know. In terms of graphics, I'm not sure what exactly now was made in the jam, and what maybe the sound effects are just so silent that no, there are no footsteps or something. Okay, so that's not the case. Regarding the graphics, like this looks great. Like here this like with kind of cell shading stuff. I would have preferred to just run around in this kind of world. I mean, these textures here are also fine, but it feels very mixed together with this as well. And yeah, of course, this isn't too pretty. So yeah, I mean, it's cool that most of the stuff was made for the jam, but yeah, it's not fitting too much together, and I think the same can be said for the mechanics. You have this clicker thing. I mean, I'm personally not too much of a fan of the clicker mechanic, but I'm not sure it added much to the game. And the same is true for the auto battler thing. I mean, it maybe adds to the confusion, or maybe to the issue that you feel like the control is out of your hand when you're running into an enemy which is too strong, and then you also cannot run away or so, and you just die. So I don't think that also matches too much together, but yeah. So there are certainly some points for improvement here. Mostly I would say it's the communication thing. Anyways, thanks for sending in this game, this contribution to the DungeonCrawler GameJam 2026 to local minimum polymonic slippers and xymidaz. And this has been a Click-o-Calypse, and if you want to check the game out, you will find a link down in the video description. And if you are interested in seeing more games, you will, or more of my coverage for these games, you will find a link down in the video description with a playlist with all the entries I've covered so far, and of course the other entries will be added there as well, or just subscribe to the channel. And yeah, with that, thanks to local minimum polymonic slippers and xymidaz for sending in this entry. Thanks to you all for watching this episode, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.